Hey guys, this video may not even see the light of day because it's going to be very experimental, sort of on the fly stuff, but I thought I might as well start it and see where we go. I'm waiting for a second set of bearings to come to make a decision on my steady fingers, what size bearing I'm going to use, so that'll be the next project. But what I'm trying to do in the interim, decided I wanted to make a radius ball turning attachment, but there are numerous problems and I'll try and describe them briefly, but I'm going to give it a whirl. I haven't even made any sketches or drawings. I'm going to more or less do it on the fly best I can and see if the damn thing will work. It's not going to be especially pretty. I just want to make something functional for that odd occasion I want to turn a sphere. So we'll see where we go, and it may be a bit disjointed and discombobulated overall, so I apologise in advance, but we'll give it a try anyway, alright? Okay, a bit of handheld. So here's the deal. Let's just put this to one side without dropping it. Oh. Now, to take the compound off is a pain in the butt. In order to get back far enough to detach from the, so shall we call it, the contact ring, I'd have to remove the lead screw nut to get at the bolts that hold it down, and that's just too much effort to use an attachment. So the object of the exercise here is to work from that surface, but the downside is from there to the center line is only 1.25 inches, and that is not a whole lot. Nowhere near enough really, but I'm going to try something. I thought at the moment, this is stage one probably, I'm going to machine a piece of bar. I've got a piece that's a suitable size, and make a T-nut the whole width. Alright, either end we'll put in a set screw so we can lock it into the T slot, and then make the top of the T basically as close as I can get it to level with both sides, so we've got a platform. And then I'm going to cut a disc of 3 inch, and it's going to have to be as thin as I can make it for the job. It'll probably be 1/2 inch, and it's going to have to be machined to take a piece of bar for sliding across. Then we've got to have a lock-up mechanism, some set screws, and then make up a tool post to take an insert. So anyway, we'll see one thing at a time. Now, one of my limiting factors is what have I got. Those who are used to my presentations will probably remember that I tend to try and use what I've got. I've got this very scrappy chunk of 3 inch, so I think we'll try and work with that to make a rotation base, shall we call it. And there's this piece of what's that, 1 inch by 3/4, I think. We'll take a chunk of that off and mill its sides to make a long T-nut. And then this piece, which unfortunately it's 1 inch by 3/8. Well, the 3/8 is good. 3/8 I want, but it's inch, and I can't really be bothered to mill it down, whereas this is 3/4 by 1/4. But the 1/4 inch edge is not really going to be, not giving me enough scope for locking screws, whereas the 3/8 will. It should all become clear as mud as I progress. This may or may not work, and we'll see where we go. Well, we've cut a piece off the 1 inch by 3/4 to make my long T-nut. So I'm just setting this up for parallel. I think we're more or less there. hopefully. There's just a little bit of deviation there. I thought I'd got that nailed actually, but must have when I tightened the vise up. So maybe too much. We tighten again carefully. It's always the problem when you tighten down. It sometimes changes your settings. We're on 0 down there. It's just a smidgen. These are half thou graduations. And I'm going to live with that, I think. This T-nut is not super critical, although I want a reasonable fit. Okay, now I've got to pop in an edge finder and set up for that. Right, I've just finished getting the edge. I've had to use one of my wigglers. And I've got the dial gauge set up. I'm about half a thou short of the thing walking. It's coming up fairly soon, I think. There it goes. So my normal centre finder, I don't know, the spring's got some problem or something. It doesn't kick properly, which is most annoying. I think the spring's weak. Okay, we're going to take some cut on one side. Alright, that's the first side. Plenty of oil, plenty of smoke, but the chips are totally cold, no discoloration. So I'm going to set up and turn round and we'll get the other side done. Well, I forgot to start the video for that cut. I didn't want to stop part way through. So anyway, that's the second side done. And what I'll need to do now is to flip that over and to take something off the back because it's a little bit too fat, so we'll probably just throw a fly cutter at it or something, I should think. Well, I've got to reduce this top down, well, the bottom, so I can get a fit in the T-slot. I'm actually trying a fly cutter, but I don't take too big of a cut. I've just been trying just a little 25 thou. I can probably go more than that, but I don't want to overdo it, and I'm keeping the revolutions down a bit too. That's not too bad. I could probably take a deeper cut, but I can take it easy. Do a few cuts of that and get down to thickness I want. Change of plan. The fly cutter was giving a little bit too much work to the machine if the feed was increased too much, even on 25 thou. So back to the old roughing mill. I'll take 3 passes and clean it up that way. bit inconsistent there. Hand feed doesn't always work out perfectly well. Well, this is hardly a critical component, so my milling's left 3 very obvious tracks. In fact, on one of them I don't think I had the spindle locked quite tight, so there might have been a bit of drift. I didn't put the indicator on it. It's just a case of getting rid of material. So the moment of truth. I left a bit of tolerance there so that it would at least fit, and on top, bearing in mind that set screws will pull it up slightly, it should be about level. So we'll progress to the next stage and do something with this 3-inch round, I think. Meant to mention the top here is a little bit undersized because I did my calculations on inch sizes. I thought it was inch 5/8, inch 3/4, but it's actually metric, so that's one reason there's a slight discrepancy there. Not important, fortunately, for this function. Well, everything's still very much on the fly, I can assure you of that. Like I said when we started, this is, well, not sort of experimental, and I'm after function rather than anything pretty. I'm just going to try and reface this chunk, turn that down on the outside to get a clean finish, then get the bandsaw at it. Let's see what that's like. That's not too bad, actually, and so I'm not after miracles. When I get this done, I can get on with the steady fingers again, and that'll take me a while. Try and get this on the right way, it'd be good, wouldn't it? I just take a little mini cut on here. Set 0 just so I know where I'm going. Alright, I only want half an inch slab. It's going to be very skinny, and I should be lucky if I can do more than a 1 inch, 1.25 ball, but we'll see what happens. So I guess we'll just put a little bit of chamfer on that, break that edge, and whack it in the bandsaw. Actually, what I want to do before taking it out, seeing as I'm not working to plans except a muddled sort of mental scheme, I want to put a hole in there because I want on the base of it, which is only going to be 1/8 of an inch thick, as it is going to turn out, I think. I want a pin, guide rotating pin. I was going to go for 1/4, but I think I'll go for 3/8 and have a better size, better diameter. I can manage that on the T-nut, so I'm just going to get a centre in here. Right, let's set up a drill. I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to put a 1/4 inch drill down first, because the nearest I've got to 3/8 pre-reaming is a 9.5 mil, which hopefully leaves me only a few thou for the reaming. So we'll take this in probably about 5/8, I guess, something like that. Well, that's about 5/8. So I'm going to run the 9.5 down there. Let's have a bit of lube. Oh, there's a nice long piece. You can see there the one cutting edge is not quite matching the other. I don't think it was on my regrind, it's how it is. So let's check the depth on that a minute and just, I don't think I need I don't think I need to go in any further, as long as I'm past the 1/2 inch. And let's just see where we are. Whoops. Take it from the edge of the hole. So that's yeah, that's fine, plenty generous. Okay, that took a little while, predictably, but not too bad. I'll just run the Noga to break that edge. So I say the 3/8 didn't need reamed, but I may well make a brass pin to go in there. That's a late stage. Here's the plan anyway. I need to have something 3/8, so unfortunately I'm stuck with this. I'm stuck with this piece of inch bar. So what we're going to do is, and I don't know whether it'll work, just to give you a rough idea. Oh, just hang on whilst I just put a line on here. Not everything's flipping around. So the idea is, and there's a lot of reflection on here. Can you see the lines? It's come in a little bit. There's a line here, a line there. So I want to mill out this center section for the bar, and then on one side, only needs to be one side, we'll mill that down to get rid of 3/8, same thickness as the bar, and then we'll have 3 set screws for locking the bar, and probably somewhere on the outside opposite the set screws on this side where we've got all the meat, we'll drill that and put in a cranked handle for rotating it. As I say, more than once. I'm not going to get a very big result out of this for a ball, but if I can make a 1 inch, I'll be happy with it. This of course here, we'll cut that off, and I think, although I'm still very much inexperienced with my TIG, I think I'll try and weld something on there as a tool post, which is going to be pretty short, and I'm not sure about adjustment yet. That's going to be tricky. So watch this space, we'll see what happens. Well, I've put the reverse jaws in the chuck, so I'm just going to face this off. I've got to take off, it wasn't perfect bandsaw cut, never is completely, so there's a bit of material to remove, and I've got a Sharpie mark here which is approximately my target, and we'll see what happens from that. Well, we're virtually there, and I'm just going to take a light finishing cut. It's not the best tool for the finish, but we're talking functional here. Alright, just want to clean that edge up, get round and see if we can get at it that way. That's a bit better. And the hole there, it only just needs the edge broken very slightly. Alright, quick cheat with the file, and now we're going to get on to some milling on it. So that's the chunk. There are the two, oh no you can't, oh yes you can see the 2 lines, just as a rough guide. So we've got to mill that out, mill out one side to get some fixings, set screws. Quite a lot to do yet. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.